So our today's topic is tenses, right? Though it is good afternoon, but this slide was prepared for the morning. That is why you are able to find good morning. So don't read it good morning, read it as good afternoon, okay? Or the thought for the day is the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Means whatever you have learned, you will not be, means nobody will be able to take it away from you. Like from your teachers, whatever they have learned, it is there in their brain. The more they give, the more they enhance their skill. Okay, similarly it can happen with you also. So today's topic is tenses. What is the content that we are going to study in this? We will be going to study introduction of what are tenses, classification based on time frame, classification based on aspect, block diagram of tenses, list of rules, simple present tense and examples. So today for the day we will be learning simple present tense, right? Now, first of all, let us understand, as I told you when I explained you the poem, The Plaint of the Camel, that in English there are many words that have been taken from other languages. Like I told you, camel has been derived from which language? Latin language. The word is in Latin. What is the actual word? Who will tell me? Siddhi, you tell me. What is the word for
Camless.
camel? Camelus. Okay.
Camless.
Similarly, yes. Similarly, for tenses also, the word tenses is also derived from Latin word tempus. What is the word? Tempus in Latin language, from which we have taken tenses in English. Okay, which means time. What is the meaning of tempus? Time. Okay, a verb indicates the time of an action. Okay, what verb indicates? See, we have three forms of the verb: present form, past form and past participle form, right? This is what you have studied in class 3 also, class 4 also. Now again class 5, again we have learned is action verbs like play, played, played. Okay, this is the first, second and third form. Like sit, sat, sat. Break. Who is this ma'am? Options are not coming. Kanishka, are you able to see my screen? Kanishka Bansal. Type your message, please. Kanishka Bansal, are you able to see my screen? No? Is there anyone who is able to see my screen?
I can see your screen. I can see.
Ma'am, I can see your
Okay.
screen.
So, okay,
Ma'am,
okay.
I can see your screen.
Ma'am, I can see your screen.
Mute
Ma'am, I
yourself.
can see.
Okay, mute
Ma'am, I can
yourself.
see your
Screen.
What am I saying? Mute yourself. Stop typing messages and mute yourself. Okay? If somebody is not able to see, it means you have some internet issue. Okay? Stop typing messages now. I said stop typing messages. So what I was telling you, that the word tense is derived from Latin word tempus, which means time. A verb indicates time. Verb indicates time. How does verb indicate time? Like when we say play, okay, it means we are talking about present. Plays, we are talking about present. But when we say played, it means we are talking about past. Okay, so verb defines our time of action, that at which time we have performed our action, our event or condition by changing its form. Clear? Based on time frame. So time frame, there are three time frames. What are the time frames? That a verb can be in present tense, a tense can be in past tense and a tense can be in future tense. So there are three time frames in which we can use these tenses: present, past, future. Present, that is right now. Today we are attending the class. This is what is present. Yesterday we learned about plaint of camel. This is what is past. Tomorrow we will be learning simple past and future simple. That is future. Understood? So this is what is the difference between present, past and future. Present is something that is happening right now, today. Past is what is already done. Okay, you cannot make it undone. Okay, future is still to come, is still awaited. Clear? This is what is future. Now present tense. What is the work of present tense? Present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated or reoccurring action. Expresses unchanging, means just that you cannot change. Okay, you do it every day without any hindrance, without any change in your schedule. Okay, repeated, that is repeated again and again. Reoccurring, that is happening again and again. Action or situation that exists only now. It can also represent a widespread truth. Now first understand the first point. Like suppose early in the morning you get up from you come out of your bed. Now the very first thing you do, you go to the washroom. Okay, you fresh yourself, and then what happens? You take the brush in your hand. First you tell me, when you have to when the idea means automatically the idea comes to your brain, you have to brush your teeth. Okay, now when you have to pick the brush, do you have to put a lot of pressure on your brain that which brush you are supposed to pick, toothbrush or the brush that is used to clean clothes? Type your answer quickly. Which brush do you think you have to pick? Toothbrush or the brush that we use to clean clothes? Type your answer quickly. Toothbrush. Toothbrush. Okay, fine. I got your answer. So it means you all understand that you have to take what? Toothbrush. Right? You fine. I got your answer. Stop typing now. So this is what is, we understand that we have to use toothbrush. Now when you have picked the toothbrush in your hand, stop typing abhi, not again and again. Now you understood that you have picked a toothbrush. Okay, now do you have to put a lot of pressure on your brain that what you have to put on your toothbrush? Is it toothpaste or the face cream? What do you put? Toothpaste. Okay, how many of you put or you think that what you have to put today? Toothpaste or face cream? Do you have to think? It means nobody thinks, everyone just puts the toothpaste on the toothbrush, right? And then do you think that you have to put this toothbrush where? You have to use this toothbrush in your mouth, in your eyes, or in your ears. Do you think about this? Do you think about this? No, you think about what? Where does it go? In your mouth. Means it automatically all these actions happen. Okay, you don't have to put a lot of pressure on your brain. Okay, you automatically your hands lift your own toothbrush. Your hands automatically put the toothpaste on it, and then automatically you take it in your mouth and start cleaning your uh, teeth, right? This is what you do. So it means it is a habit, it is a habitual action, it is a regular action that is happening every day. Means when we form habits, we don't have to put a lot of pressure on our brain. We do things automatically, things happen on their own. Okay, these are the things that happen repeatedly, every day. It becomes our habit, it is unchanging. Okay, it is not a changing, it is happening the same way every day. Okay, now listen to me very carefully instead of typing messages. And widespread truth, like the sun rises in the east. Okay, have we ever seen the sun rising from the north or south? No. So we always say the sun rises in the east. We never say, oh, yesterday, do you know the sun rose from the south? We never say like this because it never happens. It is the universal fact. It is the widespread truth. Everybody, the whole world knows this fact that the sun rises from the east. When your great grandfather was a child like you, that time also the sun was rising from the east and setting in the west. When your grandfather was a child, that time also the sun was rising from the east and setting in the west. When your father was a child, that time also the same thing was happening. And when today you are a child, now also the sun rises in the east and sets in west. Means this is an unchanging truth. This is a widespread fact that everybody knows. Some scientific facts like water boils at 100 degrees centigrade, okay, Celsius. So this is also a widespread fact and truth. Everybody knows about it. So there is no need to tell it to others. Okay. So means everyone knows it all over the world. People know it. Each and every person knows these facts. So these are what widespread truth. So to express the habitual actions, the things that are happening every day, to tell, to express the unchanging truth, widespread truth, the truth that is known all over the world. We express all these things in simple present tense. In present tense, in which tense do we express them? Present tense. Past tense. Past tense expresses an action or situation that was started and finished in the past. Means that you started yesterday and yesterday only you finished. That is known as past tense. Future tense expresses an action or situation that will occur in the future. Means in the future, coming day, tomorrow, whatever will happen, okay, you will express in past tense. Now tomorrow is what? The day that is yet to come, and yesterday is what? That has already gone, and today is that is happening today. But still, so many times I correct you people in school. When you speak a sentence, you say, ma'am, yesterday Purva was absent. Not tomorrow Purva was absent. You don't say yesterday, you say tomorrow Purva was absent. But tomorrow to still it is yet to come. Tomorrow Purva will be absent, you can say. But tomorrow Purva was absent, it is completely wrong. What you should say? Yesterday Purva was absent. So many times you people don't take care of the word that you should use to express the correct tense. So you should remember that yesterday is gone, today is happening, and tomorrow will come. Right? Hope it is very clear to you. Now, based on aspect. Now, there are verb tense may also be categorized according to aspect. Aspect refers to the nature of action, that what kind of action is happening. Like there are 4 aspects. Simple or indefinite means we have simple present, simple past, simple future, right? Simple tenses. We have continuous or progressive tenses. Continuous means something that is happening in continuation. Perfect or complete sentences. Complete tense actions means that have already been completed. Perfect continuous means that something started in previous time and is still continuing. Okay, so we have 4 aspects. Now, indefinite tense. What are indefinite tense? The 3 indefinite tenses or simple tenses describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished. Means in simple tenses we find that action is being talked about, but it does not tell us that the action is over. Where does it happen? In simple tenses. In continuous tenses, the 3 continuous tenses. What are the 3 continuous tenses? Present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. Or incomplete tenses or progressive tenses describe an unfinished action. Unfinished action means the action that is not over, that is in continuation. Perfect tense. Now, what are the perfect tense? The 3 complete tenses or perfect tenses describe a finished action, action that is over. Okay. Perfect continuous tenses to combine the complete tenses and the incomplete tenses to describe an action which was in progress and then finished. Understand, try to understand it, to combine the complete tenses, and To combine the complete tenses and the incomplete tenses to describe an action which was in progress and then finished. Means two sentences that in which the sentence was in progress and then finished. Okay. That is what is known as perfect continuous tense. Is my voice and screen is clear to you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Our screen is not visible. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, screen is coming. Ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, the screen is visible. Ma'am, it is visible. Ma'am, it is visible. Ma'am, it is visible. The screen is visible. Ma'am, screen is not visible. Screen is visible.
Okay, but so many of you are saying that they are not able to see. It means they have some internet connection problem. Okay. Wait 1 minute. I will be showing you the screen. Naitik, what is it? CGFC same for Gina lag raha कितनी भी ना I have a गया था कितना. What is it? Naitik?
Mama wrote by mistake.
Why?
Mama
No
mistake.
nonsense here, please. I will report it to your class teacher, Naitik.
Sorry, ma'am.
No nonsense should be happening here, okay? So now let's come, what I was telling you that now what is perfect continuous. In perfect continuous, what happens that we have an unfinished action, and finished action means action that is in progress and finished action. Okay, these two things be combined together. Okay, now let's see how many tenses we have to study all together. Mute yourself, please. We have to study how many tenses? Like we have three tenses: present, past, and future. In past also we have to study four kind of tenses: past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In present also we have to study present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In future we have to study future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Right? So all together we have to study 12 tenses. Now let's see simple present tense. Somebody has unmuted himself or herself. Please mute yourself. I again and again you people disturb me a lot. Simple present tense. Now what is simple present tense? Habits. As I told you by the giving you an example of brushing your teeth. Okay, you don't have to put a lot of pressure on your brain. You automatically go to the washroom, you pick your toothbrush, you put toothpaste on it and start brushing your teeth. You don't have to think a lot. When you have to take a bath, you don't have to think a lot that where you have to pour water, how you have to do, you have to fill the mug and then you have to do, or you have to put it directly from the bucket. So you don't have to think all these things because these are your habits now. So for habits we use, like I always drink coffee at work. This is my habit. She gets up at 7 a.m. every day. This is happening every day. This is her habit. They usually eat dinner at home. This is also their habit, means often they do the same thing. True in the present. Like he works on Wall Street. This is in present. This is the truth. She is 60 years old. Okay. We live in New York, means what is happening in reality right now. That we write down in simple in present tense. General truth, like facts, as I told you, widespread truths, widespread facts. The whole world knows about those facts, like the earth is not flat, the earth is round. The sun rises in the east, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Future timetables. Sometimes we talk about future timetables also in present tense, like the train arrives tomorrow. We fly to Paris on Monday. Means Monday is yet to come. And we are talking about future. We can express it in present tense. Classes begin next week. So these are the ways we can use present tense. Past indefinite tense, where do we use past indefinite? The simple past is used to describe an action, an event or condition that occurred in the past. For example, I played yesterday. She played yesterday. Understood? That happened already in past. Future indefinite. When do we use future indefinite? The simple future is used to refer to actions that will take place after the act of speaking or writing. For example, I shall play. Means I shall play tomorrow after finishing my work or my assignment. She will play in the evening after finishing her homework, school homework. So that will happen in future. That is yet to happen. That is not happening right now. Now let's see with the help of some timeline. Now see, this is timeline. What is it? Timeline. Are you able to see? Today we will be understanding only the simple present, simple past and simple future timeline. Now see, this is timeline. Are you able to see that there is arrow marked? One arrow at left side, one arrow is at right side. So, and in between there is a line. There is also an arrow in center. Are you able to see? Type yes. In simple present. In simple present, there is. I will make a video of this timeline also. I will send you. In center, in simple present, there is a cross, and on that cross overlapping, there is one line also. So this is what is present. This is what is present. Okay, fine. So you are able to see. So this is what is present. At this point of time, what is there? At this point of time, we can say that it is present tense, right? And to the left to it, what is there? Past. And to the right to it, what is there? Future. Understood? Simple past. Now see where you can see again the same thing happening here. There are in simple past, there are two arrows, one at left side, one is at right side. In center there is line. This line represents what? Present tense. This line represents what? Simple present tense. Now past is where you can see a cross over there. In simple past, one cross is made. At this point of time, we can say it is past tense. Clear? At this point of time, we can say, suppose this is time. This line is our time. Okay, this line is what? Our time from yesterday till tomorrow. Okay, so this cross is yesterday. This center line is today, and future is still to come. So let's see where is future. See, this is this cross that is marked on this timeline. That is what is future. Explaining this timeline again, I will make a short video for this timeline only, and I will send you to all. Fine. Now let's study, as today we are going to study only about simple present tense. Okay, what we are going to study? Simple present tense. Let's find out what is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used for habit, fact. Habit, I told you, what are the habitual actions? As I told you, habits are those for which we don't have to pressurize our brain. We don't have to think. Our body start doing the things on its own, like brushing teeth, eating food. When we eat food, do we have to think from where we have to eat, how to take a bite, how to take the chapati in your hand, how to put vegetable on the chapati? Do we have to think? We are talking, we are watching movie, and our hand automatically do the work. Okay, our hand automatically do the work. Our hand take the piece of chapati, we put vegetable on it, and it directly goes to our mouth. Has it ever happened that you are watching a movie or reading a book while eating your food and the bite has gone in your nose? Has it ever happened? Tell me, yes or no? Have you ever
No, ma'am.
put food in your nose? No, you have never
No,
eaten.
ma'am.
No. Why? Because it is your habit.
No,
You
ma'am.
know, your
No, ma'am.
body, your mind has accepted this. Your mind has learned that where the food should go. It should go in your mouth, and it is going in your mouth. Understood? Without making any effort. For habits, you don't have to make any effort. You don't have to make any extra effort. Understood? Your brain automatically do all these things. When you have to put on your shoes, you don't have to put. When you learn to wear shoes, right shoe in right leg, when we are child, that time we commit mistake. We wear uh, left shoe in right leg and right shoe in left leg. Then our parents correct us. But then what happens? Slowly and gradually, we develop a habit of wearing the right shoe in right leg. And when we do it by mistake, when we once form a habit of wearing right shoe in right leg, and by mistake, if we do it wrong way, what happens? We feel uncomfortable. Okay, then we immediately change the shoe and put it in the right leg. So whenever we form habits, we don't have to put a lot of fresh pressure on our brain. We do start doing things automatically on their things start happening on their own. Okay, fact as I told you, the universal facts that are unchanged since ages, means as I told you, sun rises in the east. It they never happened even when Ram was there, Lord Ram was there, Lord Krishna was there. That time also the sun was rising from east. It never happened that it rose from north and set in south. It never happened. It always rises from the east and it always sets in the west. It is also universal fact that water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is also a universal fact. Everybody knows it. If you will ask anyone in India, he will also say the same thing. If you will go to America, you will ask anybody there also, he will also say the same thing. So this is also a widespread fact. All over the world, people accept this fact. Opinion. When we have to express our opinion, I think, I suppose, we say this in present tense. Like, I think he is intelligent. I think. This is what? Present tense. I think. मैं अभी सोच रहा हूँ. Right now I am thinking this. Okay. So when we have to express our opinion, we use present tense, simple present tense. We have to, when we want to express schedule, like our class for English is at 12 o'clock. So this is what you are expressing the schedule. Our class for maths is at 12:50. Okay. Tomorrow we have our class. Tomorrow we have. Have is what? Again present tense. Okay. Tomorrow our class is scheduled for English at 12:50. Okay. So we express the schedule at in simple present tense. Regular action. Regular action means things that you do regularly. Like for example, I go to park every day in the morning. This is a regular action. This is a regular action that is happening regularly. Every day you are going. Okay. I usually drink milk with turmeric. Okay. This is also a thing that is happening regularly. I go to play basketball in the club every weekend. Okay. This is again what is something that is happening every weekend regularly. So things, for what things we use simple present tense, always remember habits, habitual actions, facts, opinions, schedule, and regular actions. Please don't, please mute yourself. Okay, for all these things we use what? Simple present tense. So this is a definition: a verb tense that expresses action in the present time, habitual action or general truth. Expresses action in the habitual, like Prabhu walks to school every day. This is again habitual action. Expresses general truth, as I told you, expresses action in general time. General time means I work in a factory. This is happening every day. This is a general fact about myself. Okay. So, and means I'm working in a factory for many years, and today also I'm working. So I will say I work in a factory, I work in a school. Okay. Clear? Now see, what kinds of hint words we can find in simple present tense? The words like always, usually, often, sometimes, or never show how often things happen. Such kind of words we find in simple present tense. Like I always mean 100% I do something. Usually means 100% I do. Often means 100% I do something. Sometimes means 50% I do, 50% I don't do. Never means 0%. I never do. 0% I do something. Understood? Like dad always cooks dinner. Mummy always usually gets up early. Cindy often serves the nat. Tim sometimes bang the door. Means not always, sometimes 50%. Means if we say about take 10 days out of 10, 4 days he does this. But always usually often show that out of means either out of 10 either on all the 10 days or almost 9 or 8 days is. Okay. Never means if out of 10 days we have to talk about, Bob never goes to school late. Out of 10 means 0. 0 day he goes late. Means every day he reaches school on time. Now children, this is the what is this? This is the tense chart for these three tenses that I have explained you. Okay, in this I have written, as we have a proper structure in our body. First upper trunk, lower trunk. In upper trunk we have head, then eyes, then nose, then mouth. Or does it happen that first you have nose and then eyes? It doesn't happen, na? So we have a proper body structure. Similarly, a tense also has a structure, proper structure that I have put in here. First, I have written singular subjects and plural subject, that you should understand that what are the singular subject and plural subject. And then for simple present tense, like singular subject, first plus verb, first form, V stands for verb. Okay, S or ES plus object. This is what we have to frame a sentence. So this you will be copying in your notebook. I will be sending the word file of it. Simple past and simple future. Now let's see simple present tense, like Mary feeds her dog. With Mary, Mary is a singular subject. We have written feed, first form of the verb, plus S. Peter, again singular subject, enjoy plus S. Tim always cooks the dinner. Always cooks. Tim is a singular subject, cooks plus S. Now where do we put ES? When we have a verb that ends with CH, double S, SH or O, we put ES with them. Okay, like Tim watches. Again, Tim is what? Singular subject, watches. May usually dresses. May singular subject, dresses. We have put ES. Bob never washes. Bob is a singular subject. We have put ES. So see, when we have the singular subject, we put S or ES. Now when we have Y in the end of the verb, we change this Y into IES. Like baby cries. Again, baby is a singular subject, cries. Peter is a singular subject. Peter carries a heavy bag. Tina is a singular subject. Dry becomes dries. Tina dries the dishes every night. So when we have a singular subject, we put S or ES. And where do in which verbs we put ES? The verbs that end with CH, double S, SH or O. We use ES with them. The verbs that end with by, we change this by into IES. Hope it is very clear to you. Now see the negative and interrogative sentences. I had Mary feeds her dog. Now I made it Mary does not feed her dog. Peter does not enjoy the food. Tim never cooks. See there it was Tim always cooks. Always was given. So I have changed this always into never and kept cook as cooks only. Okay. Now see, does Tim watch? I have removed the ES from the verbs. S or ES. Feeds became feed. Enjoys become enjoy. But here in cooks, I have not changed because I have changed this always into never. Now there it was Tim watches TV every night. When I have changed into interrogative, I have made it does Tim watch TV every night? Means it means when we use the helping verb, we remove the S or ES from the verb. When we have singular subject, we use helping verb does. Clear? So, my dear children, this is all for today. Simple past we will be explaining tomorrow. Now, if you have any questions, do let me know. If you are not able to understand anything, do let me know. Type your questions if you have not understood. Have you understood everything? Have you understood everything? Remember, I will be taking a
Yes,
test
ma'am.
before finishing. You have understood everything. Okay. Good. If you have understood. If you have any doubt,
Yes, ma'am.
please clear it right now. If you have any doubt, please clear. It is clear now?
Ma'am.
Type your message. Who is this? Pratik wants to ask.
No, ma'am.
Who wants to ask? Use of es. Beta, Didipya, when we have the verb ending with ch, ss, o, we use es like watch. Watch becomes watches. Okay? Understood? No doubt? Okay, I will be taking test soon. Be ready for the test.
Okay,
Who
ma'am.
is this? Can you explain?
Okay, ma'am.
Mukul,
ma'am.
Mukul, beta, today
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Mukul, today we talked about only about simple present tense. Okay, so no, don't think about perfect. Only be there with simple present tense. Okay, that was just intro part. We have detailed explanation of simple present tense. Tomorrow we will be doing simple past and future. No perfect. Perfect will come after continuous. So perfect is quite far. Okay, right now you just try to understand only simple present. Do you have any doubt in simple present?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Then now leave the meeting. Leave the meeting quickly because you have to join the meeting quickly. Leave the
Bye,
meeting.
ma'am.
Leave the
Bye, ma'am.
meeting. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Quick.
Bye, ma'am.